Understanding feels powerful. It feels like control. It feels like safety. When you understand something, you believe you can handle it. You believe nothing will surprise you. Nothing will overwhelm you. So you keep trying to understand more. The situation, the people, yourself. You analyze tone, timing, intention. You replay moments, not to feel them again, but to decode them. And slowly, without noticing, understanding stops being a tool. It becomes a burden. At first, the burden is subtle. It doesn't feel heavy. It feels responsible. You tell yourself, this is what mature people do. They don't react. They interpret. They don't feel confused. They clarify. But clarity has a cost. The more you explain a moment, the further away you move from it. You stop asking, what is happening right now? You start asking, what does this say about everything? And suddenly, one moment is no longer one moment. It becomes a symbol, a warning, a pattern. Patterns feel reassuring. They give chaos a shape. They make randomness feel manageable. If something fits a pattern, you believe it can be predicted. If it can be predicted, it can be controlled. So you start collecting evidence. Small signals, minor shifts, a pause in a message, a change in tone, a look that lasted half a second longer. Nothing is neutral anymore. Everything means something. And the more meaning you assign, the less room there is to breathe. Because the present moment is never enough on its own. It must explain the past and predict the future. Eventually, the mind gets tired. Not because it worked too hard, but because it worked without rest. Understanding never pauses. It only expands. There is always one more angle, one more explanation, one more layer beneath the layer. And slowly, understanding stops reducing uncertainty. It multiplies it. You notice it in simple moments. A conversation ends, but your mind doesn't. A decision is made, but you keep reviewing it. You're no longer present for what is happening. You're present for what it might mean. And meaning, when overused, becomes noise. This is when understanding quietly turns against you. What once helped you feel grounded now keeps you suspended. You're not confused. You're overloaded. The mind has too many tabs open, too many unfinished explanations. And none of them can be closed, because each one might still be important. At some point, something shifts. Not because you learn more, but because you notice something else. Understanding never asked if it was needed. It just assumed that more is always better. But some moments don't want to be understood. They want to be experienced. And this is the quiet relief. You don't have to solve every moment to survive it. You don't have to extract meaning from everything you feel. Understanding is powerful, but it was never meant to be permanent. It was meant to step aside when presence arrives. And when it does, the burden lifts. Not because life became simpler, but because you stopped carrying it twice.